Greetings to you guys and welcome to Math is Fun. If today is your first time, please hit the subscription button and also like us on Facebook. If you've been with us for some time, we also encourage us all to share the link for others to also benefit from what we are doing. Today, I'm the happiest man on the earth. This is just by the way. We dealt with Liverpool, yes, and we've also dealt with Tottenham some time ago. It's only Man United that caused some surprise, but the Gunners, we are moving on. Yes, today our main topic that we are going to treat, if you look at the YouTube description, we've dealt with the area and perimeter of a square. We've dealt with the area and perimeter of a rectangle. Today we are going to deal with the area and perimeter of a triangle. So in a nutshell, we are dealing with the area and perimeter of 2D shapes, but we are going to look at only these three that I've made mention of. But we've dealt with area and perimeter of a square and a rectangle. Today we are going to deal with that of a triangle. A triangle as a regular polygon has got three sides. Okay, as a regular polygon. I believe that last time you dealt with the properties of 2D shapes. Okay, so among the properties of 2D shapes, sticking with triangles, it talks of different triangles, and we can categorize it and by looking at the angles. So in some ways we have obtuse triangle. That means that one of the angle is an obtuse angle, the others are acute angles. Okay, then we have a triangle that has got all the angles to be acute angles. So we say acute angles triangle. Okay, that is by looking at the sides also, we say it is an equilateral triangle. Then we also have right angle triangle, having one of the angles to be a right angle and the others to be what? Acute angles. Okay, so going through all this, we can also categorize by looking at the sides alone. As I've mentioned earlier, equilateral triangle, we have isosceles triangle, and we have scaling triangle. Today that is not where we are going to. We are mainly looking at the area and perimeter of a triangle. Area, looking at my previous video, I defined area as the amount of space within the perimeters of a given shape. Okay, so in this particular case, it is the amount of space within the perimeters of what? Of the triangle. Okay, so let's interpret that in practical terms and see. When you talk of perimeter, perimeter is the distance around an object. The distance around an object. So if I look at this triangle, okay, since I've got three shapes, it is three sides, sorry, it is a triangle, and I'm looking at the amount of space within the perimeters. When you say the perimeters, it is the distance around. That is 1, 2, that is the distance around the shape. So within the perimeters, that means that this space here is what is called what? The area. Because outside, it's called what? The perimeter. Okay, I believe you've gotten that. And since we know this space to be the area, how then do we calculate for the area? Okay, the area of a triangle, okay, we have area of a triangle is given by the formula half base times, we have this to be the perpendicular height. Half base times the perpendicular height. I'm going to really explain this formula. The practicality of it helps us so that when we get to exams and other things, we get to know what to do. When you talk of the half base, let me take any triangle, for instance. Okay, I've got this particular triangle, the same one that I've drawn here. Okay, so we have a right angle. It is a right angle triangle because it has got a 90 degree here. Okay, looking at this particular triangle, when you talk of the base, all the sides, any of the sides can be chosen as what? The base. Okay, so as I have here, I can choose this side as the base. But once I choose this side as the base, it means that my perpendicular height will be here. When we talk of perpendicular height also, it's talking about a line drawn here that will give you a 90 degree angle. But since this one is a right angle triangle, then it helps us. It makes things easy for us. Okay, so once this side, let's say I've got this side to be 8 centimeters, that side to be 4 centimeters, and that side should be more than that. I'm just choosing the numbers. I'm not bringing Pythagoras in here. Okay, so here let me say it should be around 11.5 centimeters. Let me take it that way. Okay, in this particular instance, once I choose this side as my base, it means that the height of the triangle is from the base to the apex. Okay, I believe you know apex. Okay, from the base to the apex, the highest point of that particular shape that is given. So from the base to the apex, and that one is also given as 4 centimeters, because I'm saying it is 4 centimeters because this line joining that line is giving me a 90 degree angle, so it is perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular lines meet other lines at 90 degree angle. So we've gotten that one here. So if 8 is going to be my base, if I choose this one as my base, then 4 centimeters is going to be my perpendicular height. In other words also, someone may say that what if I choose 4 as my base? We are going to get the same thing. Okay, once I go for 4 as my base, okay, then it means that my perpendicular height, I am bringing this that way. I am turning it or rotating it. Okay, since I'm rotating it, it means that this line is going to be the height of the particular shape, and it's going to give us the same answers. Okay, so let's see. We now know the base, so that is, if I have this, I can use this side as my base, then this side will be my height. I can also go by using this side as my base, that side will be my perpendicular height. But if I turn it this way to use this side as my base, I cannot use here as my height, I cannot use there as my height, but I can only get the height by going through that side. That will be given in broken lines. Okay, to explain that one much better, let's go for another triangle. That is it. This one is not a right angle triangle. This one has got different sides. If you check 5 centimeters, 7 centimeters, 8 centimeters. So this is a scalene triangle. The scalene triangle has got all the sides to be of different dimensions. So in this particular case, if I choose 8 as my base, as I've done here, I choose 8 as my base. That is why I have this line going up. This will be my perpendicular height, because if I draw a line from the apex or from this vertex, I'm using apex because now it is the highest point of the triangle. So from this apex down, a straight line that will give me a 90 degree angle here, then it means that this one is now going to be my height. So when questions are given to you, please check. Sometimes they will bring a broken line next to the shape, just like this. Okay, I've got this. Then instead of bringing it here, they can bring it here and give you the dimension, or sometimes they will bring it here and do this, write the dimension here, let's say 8 centimeters. So if you get it in any of that order, then that explains it much better. Okay, so let's now move on to how to use the formula that is given. Okay, the formula that is given says that the area is equal to half of the base multiplied by perpendicular height. Okay, half of the base simply means that half is multiplying the base. You are finding half of the dimension given as what? The base. So that is what it means. So we are using this particular dimensions given. So this area is what we are finding. Okay, half of the base simply means that half multiplied by the base. I've got the base to be 8 centimeters. Okay, so I'll write here 8 centimeters multiplied by the perpendicular height. The height of the triangle is up to this point, so I'm going to use 4 as my perpendicular height. So 4 centimeters. Good. This is called substitution. Substitution. You're replacing the numbers where they are supposed to be. So we are done with our substitution. Now we have to do our multiplication. Half of 8, or someone will say that 2 goes into 8 4 times 1 will give us what? 4 centimeters. So half of 8 is what? 4. Then 4 multiplied by 4 centimeters. Okay, 4 times 4 will give us 16. I believe you are following. Yes, 16. Centimeter multiplied by centimeter. In algebra, we were taught that maybe, for example, L times L is L squared. Okay, X times X is S squared. So since centimeter is multiplying centimeter, we have centimeter squared. So the area of this triangle is given as what? 16 centimeter squared. Okay, then let's go the other route, whereby people will be choosing different sides as what? The base. Okay, so that is the base for me. Now area is equal to, I'm taking this side as my base. That means that my perpendicular height, my height is going to be that way. Okay, so this is being chosen as the base. Half of 4 centimeters multiplied by 8 centimeters. That is good. Half of 4 gives us what? 2 centimeters multiplied by 8 centimeters. 2 times 8 also give us 16 centimeter squared. Okay, so that is giving us the same answer. As I said earlier, if you choose this side as the base, or that side as the base, that side as the base, all of them should be giving you the same answer. Okay, this is quite cool. That's good. Okay, so we now know how to substitute the numbers into which to get everything. What of if you are given questions like that? Okay, so in this particular instance, the base is given, and here what examiners always used to confuse us is that once this side is given, you see that they will also give the length of this side. Let's say 7 centimeters. This is, let's say, 10 centimeters, and they will leave the question like this. Still, you have to solve for what? The area. Okay, so in this particular case, if I'm asked to calculate for the area, then what do I do? All that I have to do is always quote your formula. Don't be lazy. You have to quote your formula, do your substitution before you move to the next step of multiplication and other things. Please never be lazy when it comes to mathematics. Okay, so in this particular case, I've got area is equal to half of the base multiplied by perpendicular heights. Don't forget that. Okay, the base here is giving us 10 centimeters, so half of 10 centimeters multiplied by, here the height is given here as 8 centimeters. So don't use 7 centimeters as the height, because this side the length is given. No, we don't do that. Okay, so this one now is going to give me 8 centimeters. Half of 10 will give me 5 centimeters multiplied by 8 centimeters. 5 multiplied by 8 will give us what? Yes, That is true. 40. Okay, 40 centimeter squared. Never leave out the SI units. Okay, that is so cool. In the next videos that I'm going to do, that is problem solving videos, we are going to look at if we are given different SI units. There are times that we will be given centimeters there, millimeters that side, and if you look at my previous videos also, I've tackled some of them. All that you have to do is that use your conversion table. 100 centimeters will give us 1 meter, and also 10 millimeters gives us 1 centimeter. So you go through all that. Always make sure when you are in such a situation, you change the units to be the same. If you want all of them to move to centimeters or all of them into meters, do that before you start with your calculation. That will help you. Okay, so we are done with that. Our next thing is that, okay, we've been solving area. What of perimeter? Perimeter will be our next thing. As it is defined, perimeter is the distance around an object. Okay, a shape. So if I'm giving this particular shape, let me say this is the triangle. So if I'm giving that particular shape, I'll say that A, B, C. Okay, that is the formula that I want us to use to find the perimeter. Okay, ABC simply means that we don't know the dimensions given, but we have 3 sides of a triangle. So basically, you will say that perimeter is equal to A plus B plus C in this particular case. Okay, because we are dealing with perimeter of a triangle. So perimeter of a triangle is given by A plus B plus C. That is side plus side plus side. Okay, so note that. Once I'm giving this, then I will come to the main question. Okay, all of them happen to be in centimeters, so it makes things easier for us. A is giving us 4 centimeters, so I'll come 4 centimeters plus B is giving us 8 centimeters. 8 centimeters plus C is giving us 11,5 centimeters. Okay, and after that I do my normal addition from the left to the right. So 4 plus 8 giving me 12, then 12 plus 11 first, 12 plus 11 which will give me 23, then we add a comma 5, so 23,5, so 23,5 centimeters. Someone will be asking, why is it that this side you said centimeter will be centimeter squared, centimeter? Is it not going to be centimeter cube? No. The reason is that you always check the sign that is given to you. Here it was multiplication, that side it is addition. In algebra you can add or subtract if they are of the same unit. Okay, so check that. That is why we have 23,5 centimeters, not centimeter cube. So that is it for the perimeter, the distance around it. I always say that act as if you're putting someone here and the person is walking around the whole shape. The distance that the person is going to cover is giving us what? The perimeter. Okay, this is all that I have for you today. If you have any question, don't hesitate to WhatsApp me or under the comment section, comment there that, throw more light on this, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to it. Math is fun. There will be more videos, and as I stand here, I'm going to make a big promise that our Saturday classes, that is the online one, we will be streaming it live. If there are no issues of power cuts and other things, I'll be streaming it live. Join me on Saturdays so that we all learn and have fun together. Mathematics is really fun, and we use it in our everyday life. God bless you.